Hello, and welcome to Slash and Fuck, a stupid sexy D&D podcast. As the title suggests, we are a mature podcast and will be dealing with adult themes and content as our story unfolds. Since you're here, I want to thank you for starting this journey with us, and we hope you enjoy your stay. So without further ado, let's slip into something a little more comfortable.
Hello, and welcome back to Slash and Fuck. Where we last left off, you both had made it to the front door of the convent and met Francesca, Mother Francesca. She pulled you inside quickly, making sure you were not seen by anybody else, and swiftly took you into her interior secret office. She got the information she needed from you and essentially told you that she's been waiting for this moment or any moment where she could strike back. She seems to have many, many, many more questions, especially for Astris, as they've been apart for so long and fed so many lies by the Covenant. But more than just a means to an end, it seems that Francesca is... There's something very motivated to her about getting out of this place. You guys are here for it.
Yeah. Very here for it.
She mentions that this week, during the crescent moon, Dragonborn are sacrificed. Impure generally, but mostly Dragonborn, since those are the ones that keep popping up in the tunnels that they're mining into. They're taken into the inner sanctum of their temple and sacrificed in some unknown horrible way. There's the entrance through the temple, which you guys forego in favor of going through the catacombs because Francesca had keys and seemed to have a means of getting through it. After wandering the catacombs, well, not wandering, but following Francesca through the catacombs, as she used what seemed to be locating spells, things like that. You made it to what you assumed to be the entrance to the inner sanctum of the temple via the catacombs, but before you could reach it, were attacked by a stone gargoyle. Francesca helped you fight the gargoyle and shatter it to pieces, and before you could feel any real sense of victory, you heard horrible screaming coming through the door. So it sounds like the sacrifices have begun. Now, the door into the inner sanctum is up a set of stairs, you'd say maybe 25 feet. It looks to be a wooden door, wrought iron braced. You haven't gone up there, but it doesn't seem like there's any apparent big handle that you can just unlatch it and open it up. So you guys are set at the base of the stairway with Francesca, and it looks like King Floof is lurking in the shadows, waiting for direction. Francesca steps in. She says, "Through that door, the sacrifices are taking place. I don't know how many. Usually it's 1 or 2 a night." She looks up to the doorway and looks back at both of you and says, "Do you have the magic or the strength to destroy that door?"
I mean, maybe.
She looks back and says, "The door is not magical. Whatever protections it was under are down for now." She says, "There will be a fight on the other side of this door, but hopefully the screaming and the sounds won't draw anyone from the outer sanctum." She goes on and she says, "Although if we do get to the outer sanctum, that's where the keys are." And her eyes get very serious. She looks down to both of you and she says, "I cannot impress upon you how much it would help our fight if we got our hands on those keys."
All right, we'll never get another chance.
So laying it out, basically, she'll draw it out on the floor for you. You're going to come up and you'll open the door and you will see a circular room. It'll be about 30 to 50 feet. She couldn't quite tell from what she saw on the blueprints. And then around that would be like a circular hallway.
Okay.
That would be the outer sanctum. Typically, it's guarded by 1 or 2 givers. The inner sanctum, she's not sure. They could be in there with them now, or they could be outside. One of them could be in, one of them could be outside. She doesn't know the details of the sacrifice.
All right. I guess if the screams are our distraction, we should make while the screaming's good.
So you guys are quickly plotting out a plan to storm in there and just try to take everyone out as quickly as possible. Francesca, while you, Thea, and Astris are talking about timing, who's going to blow the door open, and Astris is going to rush through, that kind of thing. You see Francesca over there talking to King Floof. And it's kind of cute. He's sitting there looking very intently straight ahead as she's speaking to him very closely. He's got one ear to the side facing her, and he's just nodding.
Bastard.
And she kisses her fingertips and then touches his snoot. And he does a little sneeze, but he looks happy.
Aww.
And then he runs off.
Adorable.
I would take stock of everything in your arsenal right now, because we might need to use it. So after Eska tells you to prepare, you go through your stuff. You pull out the potions that you got from Miss Lisa and discover a couple of potions of poison resistance and a potion of enlarged person that Astris palms quickly.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Please become large. It's very fun.
Oh, yeah. Whenever we're ready, I'm going to chug it.
Yeah, I'm going to take one of those anti-poison potions. That seems like a good idea.
Yeah, I'll take one of those too. Chug that now.
You guys start drinking your potions as you walk up the staircase towards the door. You
Am I getting big?
start with the poison resistance potion, which tastes like pine needles or something.
Yum.
Kind of weird.
Ugh.
But your skin buzzes a bit, and you feel like it's a bit tougher in some way, like you're wearing a pair of latex gloves, but you still have all your feeling.
Oh, that's pretty hot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast Armor of Oberon on myself before we go through anything as well.
Ew.
So, all right, so we're making our way up to the door.
Yeah.
All right, and Astris, you're huge now.
I'm huge.
Large. She is.
Oh.
I suppose that matters. Yes.
Yeah,
I
have a
feel
distinction
huge.
here. Yeah. No. As you're walking up the stairs, Thea, you see Astris drink her second potion, and with every step, she was already skipping a step at a time. Now, as she grows, it becomes 3 steps at a time, and then 4, and she's at the top in a couple of steps.
Wow.
A little wave from the
Wow.
top.
Now you're so big.
This is great. I love it.
I mean, God, I don't even know if I need to do anything to the door. You might just need to sneeze at it.
Yeah, can I just put my foot through the door?
Well, that depends. Who wants to get this going? How do you want to get this going? And let me describe the door. The door is, as you see it now, wooden with wrought iron bands around it. And in the center of the door is a keyhole for a very large key.
Oh, is that right?
Eska looks down and frowns at her key ring. She doesn't seem to have the key. And she says, I don't suppose any of you are good with locks, are you?
I don't think I will be able to pick that.
Brute force it is, then. She stands back, and she looks between the two of you, Astris and Thea. She looks down at looks up at Astris at this point.
That's right.
And eyes her mace, and looks over at Thea, who's got the purple glow going on in her fingers, ready to go. And so it's up to either one of you how you want to proceed here.
Can we double team it?
All right, so you want to synchronize, say,
Yeah.
you're going to hit it with your mace and
Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast it at the same time. Okay, I'm going to say this is kind of difficult to do unless, Thea, you are crouched down in front of the door with your hands, like the palms of your hands against the door at the bottom. And Astris, you're standing over her.
A special formation.
Just so when you smash through the door at the same time, you're not, nobody's hitting anybody else.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
I love this.
Through my legs.
Astris, formation Delta.
Yes.
Yeah, get to the climax of her thighs here.
Fuck.
Ooh, excellent.
Does a 12 hit something that's not moving?
Yes.
23?
Does that hit? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
No, doesn't.
Do I get any more damage for being large?
Yeah, your weapon goes up a die.
Oh, cool. So a D10 instead of a D8.
It might, yeah, I think it's a D10.
I hit for 7 bludgeoning damage.
I hit for 6 force damage.
6 force damage.
Yeah.
All right.
Phew.
As you both hit the door, you see a flash of light as well that didn't emanate from either one of you. And the door just blasts through with all 3 of your might. There was some pulse of magic that came from around you, and mist just went straight through both of you and hit the door. And it seemed like all 3 of you together were able to do enough damage to blow that door in. The screaming through the door got louder once you blasted it open. It did not pause at the sound of the door opening. The screaming got louder in volume and maybe even more panicked. Before you is a very dark room of dark green light that seems to be coming from the floor. You don't really know what the source of light is, but it emanates from the floor. You see a lot of things at once. You see a dark slate circular room. You see shadowed figures in robes, at least 2 of them, flanking a gigantic creature enshrouded in shadows. It seems to be hunched over, 12 feet tall at least, a dragonborn male that is floating in the air, suspended, his head back and his mouth wide open, screaming. His face is facing the door you just came through. And Thea, your heart drops and you look in horror as you recognize the face of Rox.
No.
You see his face and immediately your heart goes out to him, but you notice his heart is coming out of his chest. He floats suspended in air in his chest, and it looks as if it is burst open from the inside, as his heart is a couple of inches removed from his chest and seems to be pulled outward towards this entity in the center of the room. Aside from the screaming now, you feel and hear a horrible, discordant tone, a constant buzzing, annoying, maddening. It gets under your skin. It makes your teeth vibrate, and it makes your ears tickle. It makes you anxious. You feel the presence of the smiling man. You feel his presence like you've never felt before. You feel absolutely humiliated. You are fighting back tears as they come welling to your face. And nobody's broken immediately, but I'd like you all to roll wisdom saves.
Natural 20.
Shit.
7.
7. Let me roll mine.
Why are you rolling so much?
Don't worry about it.
I'm scared.
Astris, you take 2 points of damage and you are frightened. You hear Kinkfloof hiss when he runs into the room. You didn't see him, but you just hear a hiss right when he runs in. You don't hear him again. Thea, you pass. You felt humiliated. You still kind of do. It's just the passive effect here, but humiliation doesn't hinder you from doing what you need to do, and you're able to shake it off and disconnect from whatever this overwhelming feeling is. Roll initiative.
Finally didn't roll a fucking 6. 17.
Ooh, nice.
Unnatural 20.
You got a 17.
Or unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20.
Dirty.
Dirty, yes.
Impure 20.
Impure 20.
Unworthy.
Start calling it a pure 20. Oh, yeah, I'm taking it back. I'm calling it a pure 20.
I love that.
It doesn't mean anything but what you make up.
Yeah.
It's on you. So Francesca actually places a hand to her chest, and you feel a warmth in this place emanate from her for just a moment, and a light emanates at the same time, and she strides over to Astris and touches her elbow under her arm there. And Astris, you feel a calming sensation starting from your elbow of all places. Your elbow relaxes a bit more. You know, you're able to hold your shield easier, and you realize that Francesca's behind you, touching you, and you're no longer frightened.
Oh,
Nice.
I love her.
Yeah, she's a sweetie. All right, Thea. Before you, you see Rox still screaming, horrified. You don't know if you've really made eye contact with him, and if you have, he might be in too bad a shape to, let you know, oh, hey,
How far is he?
Rox is 25 feet into the room. 5 feet away from him is a large, shadowy entity, and as you look, you start to see things within the shadows. Eyes, a couple of eyes, yellow and red, and you start to see that smile that you've seen so many times getting here. You also see 2 hooded figures that haven't seemed to move since you've come in. They are basically 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock on the other wall.
Okay. I think she's going to start playing the thing as she's just running over to Rox.
All right. So you're trying to find the harmonic cancelization, somehow cancel whatever's going on.
Trying to
there.
harmonically cancel the frequency sound, the buzzing.
Oh, I love that.
And also derby butt check Rox out of the way or something.
You go running, or you start to move into the room, and you pull your instrument out. And as you start to make your way, start to run, you realize that you can't run at full speed right now. Something about the floor or something about the environment won't seem to allow you to sprint. So rules, you're moving at half speed.
Okay.
You can roll a performance check and use that to try to cancel out. You are using your instrument, so you've got...
Oh, advantage. That's right. Excellent. That is a 17.
You're moving, and realizing that this you're not able to move as fast kind of threw you off a bit. You're trying and failing to find what this is. It seems so weird, but you've got every key that you can hope for on your instrument, and you are starting to narrow it down. Let's see, move, standard, anything else?
Just gonna yell out. Just gonna yell out to Rox.
Okay. Yell out to Rox as you ding, 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 ding.
Rox, baby, I'm here.
Singing of this beautiful song. And the sound of your voice cuts through a bit, especially with your instrument. It breaks up this monotonous hum. And Rox falters and screaming for a moment, chokes, keeps screaming, and his eyes look wildly around. He seems to be in horrible, horrible pain, but he is more here than he was. Astris.
Astris I think, stopped in her tracks whenever she was frightened. And then, having been bolstered by Eska, collects herself again. And I think assessing the threats in the room, the most obvious one seems like the big, awful, glowing man in the middle of the room. Yeah. So I'm going to go over there and use my Searing Smite in order to hopefully light him on fire. And then that can brighten up the room a little bit, which might change things. My weapon flares with a white hot intensity. It does an extra 1d6 damage. God damn it. 10. Does a 10 hit?
I'm afraid not.
Okay, I do think I've used Action Surge already, so.
I don't think so.
Right?
On what?
On the gargoyle? Didn't I attack twice?
I don't think so.
No?
No, you got a fat buff and didn't need to.
Oh, okay. That's right. Thank you. Okay, I would love to try again then. Because I still have up to a minute to hit it with Searing Smite.
Yeah.
So that's nice.
Nice.
Yeah, it's not like the old days where it's like that was your only spell for the day.
How about a 16?
Yeah, that does.
It was because I'm big. Wait, someone's big here.
You're big here.
I'm big.
Oh, you're both big now. Actually.
Yeah.
I think you're the same size-ish.
Yeah, okay. So he was the 12-foot tall thing, right? Not Rox? Or was Rox hovering at 12 feet in the air?
No, Rox is hovering about half that.
Okay, thank you. So 9 bludgeoning damage and 1 fire damage. And it causes the target to ignite in flames. And on the beginning of its turn, it will make a Constitution saving throw. If not, take 1d6 fire damage.
All right, so you make your way up to this thing. You stride past Rox, and boy, what a horrible sight to behold. You see everything. You see his chest splitting open, as if his heart's being pulled out of his chest by an invisible hand. And as you get closer to this entity, you see that within this veil of shadows surrounding it is a very tall, thin figure, hunched over way too much. You know, its neck is really long and its shoulders are really high up.
Ugh.
And its back is bowed and arched
Ugh.
very disturbingly. And it seems like it's actually on its knees right now.
Oh, that's unpleasant.
And Astris, you walk up to it and oh, nope, and swing your mace straight into it. And you connect with something inside this mist of shadows. And you can't really tell if it was soft or not. It was not like you hit steel or stone or anything, but like it hit somebody's thigh, but like it just kind of bounced off a bit. But you know you heard it because it immediately stopped what it was doing and it faced you. And you see those eyes and that smile, and you can't help but feel completely naked and humiliated again. All right, my turn.
Is it on fire?
You can't really tell. It seems like the fire, like anything you put into the shadows just kind of engulfs it. So,
Like a black hole.
yeah.
Hate it. I
Ew.
hate it.
This thing is creepy.
It really is.
It's not on fire.
Oh, coming for those other bozos next then.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So before the entity acts, you guys see one of the robed figures collapse. And just for the barest of seconds, you just see a tail flick by.
That's our boy.
Yes.
He went after someone's Achilles.
Thank you for saying that, because I was literally like, what do you mean? Did like a lizard crawl out of his robes? Was he a lizard the whole tiny lizard?
That's right.
What? Like, why?
I got it. I got you.
Thank you.
Okay. It faces you, Astris, and its smile seems to deepen in acknowledgement. Its eyes seem to get warmer in a way.
Ew.
Like it's so happy to see you here.
Ew.
And it reaches out and it goes to stroke the side of your face.
Oh, no.
Where the helmet is. And he,
Oh, no.
no, he just rolls there. Okay. Does a 24 hit?
Does it? Is this with the shield? I think it does. Yeah, it's got to. It's got to.
Yeah, okay. Gotcha there. Yeah, and you notice the hand, when the arm came out, it almost seemed like the joints were just too bendy and long on each portion. And the fingers very long. And they brush the side of your helmet, and you can feel it almost like he's brushing your hair behind your ear through your helmet.
Oh, no.
And you have to roll a Constitution save now.
Oh, shit. Well, everyone, thank you for tuning into the podcast. It's been a wonderful ride with you.
Yeah, folks,
Really hope
thanks.
you enjoy watching our demise here at this fucking actually horrifying,
Hope you were a fan.
snaky, Tim Burton on crack ass creature.
Hope you were a fan of Astris, because I rolled a fucking 2.
Oh no! Ripperoni.
At least it wasn't a 1.
Dang. All right.
I mean,
So,
I'm creeped the fuck out.
I mean, fair.
You feel the fingers, like the fingernails, drag along your skin beneath your helmet, and it's tearing into something, and you can feel blood dripping down inside of your helmet and into your mouth, and you're kind of sniffing it away, and it seems to pool in there, making you panic a bit, and you're feeling just weaker now. And your hit point maximum is reduced by 14.
Holy shit!
Goodbye, Astris. It was nice knowing you.
Okay. I said I wanted to play a wizard, right? Well, I got the HP of one, so time to start learning some fucking spells.
Oh, goddamn.
All right. Thea, you saw this. That was horrible.
Yep.
Um,
Can I ask what? No, never mind.
what Thea saw?
All of it.
Yeah, actually, I was asking what kind of damage that was, like sinus damage, necrotic. Okay, yeah,
Sinus damage.
Yeah, you got
touchy feely damage.
you got necroticized.
Yum.
Yeah, there seemed to be like a slime that didn't really go with it in or touch your skin or go into your blood, but there was a slime that would have definitely coated that wound had you not been resistant.
Mm.
Ew.
Oh.
Ew.
Blech.
All right. And
Speaking of slime, did Slime Princess just like yeet out of the way for that? I hope so.
she doesn't hang out around your face.
Oh, good.
She squished it around your cheeks.
Yeah,
Right.
that's right. She has plenty of room now. Over on the right-hand side of the room, on the far wall, one of the robed figures puts a hand into the air and then strikes downward, and you see an explosion between you and the robed figure, and you hear a cat scream
Oh no.
No.
as... Yeah, the fire that fills the room briefly, the shockwave briefly seems to blow away the green ambient light for just a moment. And with it, that humiliation for just a moment before the light comes back and the explosion has passed, and you can see Kinkfloof with much of his hair burnt, lying, barely moving, before the hooded figure on the far end. Now I think it's Francesca's turn.
I think so. She went before me.
Mm-hmm.
She looks like she's saying a prayer, and she touches herself on her chest again, and not much of a light show or anything, but she yells out, "Obscure the lights," and starts running full speed towards the robed figure and the door on the far side of the room. And then it would be Thea's turn.
All right. Thea's going to put her hand on Rox's cheek and say, "It's all right, baby. I've got you." And she's going to strum her lute, and the floor is going to start to get foggy. And she's going to try to pull him into the fog and away from the thing.
Okay.
And fuck with the frequency. What's the frequency, Kenneth?
All right. Roll a performance check. And we're going to say you keep playing and you hit your fog engine on your instrument.
Okay.
It releases fog at a rapid rate, but buttery, milky clouds spilling down your legs and shooting out in all directions around this room. And it rises to about knee level, quicker than you would expect. And it's about halfway through the room just already. As, what did you roll for your performance?
18.
18? Okay. And that was with advantage?
Yes.
Okay. Still not quite getting it, but you feel like you're getting real close.
Okay.
You have been tuning. You've been trying to hit the right key just by detuning over and over with every string. Like, okay, it's got to be over here. And so you're just like kind of frantically, and then you're like, oh, fog machine, running up. You're like touching.
Fog machine. Oh God.
Touching, trying to grab rocks, and he's not moving.
Okay.
He's not floating on a cloud. It seems like he's strapped to some place that you can't move.
Locked in. Noted. Okay. I'll stay with him.
His eyes do dart around, and they do see you, it seems.
Stay with me, Rox.
And Astris, you don't feel so good right now.
Yeah, I'll say.
The noodle man.
Shit. I have an idea. I'm trying to figure out how I would justify using lay on hands on him. Because I really want to do that.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I might go to heal myself, charge up my hands, and realize I have nothing to heal.
So he reached out and touched your face. It made your eyes sink into your skull. It made you feel like you'd aged or just gotten weaker. And your hand starts to glow and charge with healing energy. And you're about to make a fist to just send it within yourself, and you realize that it has nowhere to go. And this incites a rage in you that you didn't know you had, and you lash out with your gauntleted, shielded arm and backhand the smiling man.
Fuck yeah.
Lay on hand.
Lay on backhand.
How much hand do you lay?
I have 5 points of hand pool.
Okay.
So yeah, I'd like to slap him with all 5.
Okay. You swing and you smack the fuck out of the laughing man. And that horror and the giggling in the back of your mind, that laughing that made you, it always makes you feel uncomfortable whenever you are within his presence or anything having to do with him. When you smacked him, that stopped just as the explosion blew away the light for a moment. Your mind was clear and your confidence shot back. And you realized that this energy that you had stored up that you just smacked straight into the smiler is having a horrifying effect. There's a screech and he doesn't stumble more as he seems to gyrate. His body just kind of circles and up and down, and then quivers and screeches, and it looks at you, pulling down, scratching his large red and yellow eyes. And you see the scratches into his eyes, and his smile becomes this horrific frown.
Oh.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Oh, no, phase 2. Oh, no.
That wasn't even his final phase. Trench coat comes off, Noodle Man, activate.
I thought it was a good idea.
I love it. That's an amazing idea. Big yuck.
Bad, man. Bad.
This seemed to do a different kind of damage, you know.
Go damage.
This one changed the dynamic. You seem to have hit it in the proverbial balls or something to get its full attention, and it's taking you very seriously now.
Oh, no. That's right, bitch. That's right. I don't know if I can back this up, but that's right, bitch.
The smiling man, now frowning, opens its maw, which seems too big for its face, for its size. It's very long and thin, but its mouth seems just surrounded by shadows to hold it in place. Opens and holds its shape as it opens and widens, and these mismatched razor-sharp teeth opens into this black void, and the sound that you've been hearing gets much, much louder. And it screeches again straight into your face, Astris, as a projectile stream of fluid, of slime, sprays forth onto you and just blows into you with the force of waves of the ocean. And
This is some Sam Raimi shit.
roll a dex save.
Sam Raimi loves shooting goop into people's open screaming mouths.
Oh my God.
He is trademark.
24.
Ooh,
All right.
nice.
You
Back.
yeah,
That's right.
it doesn't
I like it. It heals me.
you are too trained to get knocked off your feet, for one. And again, this seems like it was intended to poison you. It sloughs off in a horrible way, but doesn't leave anything behind. It just kind of drips off and eventually falls off. But on the floor, it stays and seems to kind of sink in and be like a puddle that doesn't move. It's kind of gripping into the floor.
Ew.
He is going to swing his finger out, upward, along like your navel to chin and try to claw you. And he's going to miss, or he's going to not make it through your armor and shield.
Thank God.
That was another one that you knew if he actually made it was going to cut your hit points down again.
God.
All right. And Francesca seems to have made it over, and she is running at a full sprint, and you see her just kind of kneel down and tap King Floof as she runs past. And you see a sphere of white light surround Francesca, and what seems to be the swinging of some sort of ethereal axe that just appears over her head and then slams down into the floor in front of her, making a rumbling sound and a squishing sound.
Nice.
So hot.
You see King Floof start to rouse, and his hair starts to grow back on his hindquarters there very quickly.
Hey, buddy.
And he shakes his body, looks around, and like licks his leg really quick, like he meant to do that. And then he hides in the shadows.
I totally meant to do that, guys. Good to see you here.
I love when a cat is embarrassed. It's so obvious.
Yeah, I was just cleaning myself after I fell off the fridge.
Yeah. Like is normal.
Yeah, that's what I do when I fall. Thea's turn.
My ploy is to use my action to Eldritch Blast the gross man that's fingering Astris. And then use my bonus action to... What's the frequency, Kenneth?
What is that from?
That's
an REM
song.
Oh, okay.
All right, so I'm going to roll to Eldritch Blast the gross man. The grody smiler. Yes. Okay. 16.
All right. Yeah, that hits.
Cool. Sick. All right. He takes 11 force damage.
Oh.
Ooh. Okay.
And then I'll roll performance for finding the frequency. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We got it this time. Okay, so that's an 18 plus 6.
Oh, okay. 24.
Yeah.
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 Sorry, it's a 25. No, you finally get it. And you're like, oh, of course, it's these two random chords doing
Oh, it's drop
harmonics
D.
while it was in drop F or something like that. And you're like, who the fuck?
Tonally bullshit.
Yeah, you play it and it cancels it out. Now, this also, the sound is still happening, but now you can't really hear anything. It is completely silent in the room, and the fog has spread now fully to every wall and high enough to obscure the lights as it goes black. You guys can see just fine, but now it's silent. There are no lights. You have no movement restrictions, and the smiler seems confused.
Nice.
Now, if it isn't Astrus's turn.
Oh, is that right? Well.
Right there, Billy Butcher.
Well, if it isn't the invisible gun.
Accurate.
I'm out of everything, so I'll hit him.
Hit his ass.
Hit him.
Smack him.
18.
18, that hits.
Woo!
Oh, I finally roll good. 12 bludgeoning damage.
Fuck
Ooh,
yeah.
wait. So, I didn't describe the Eldritch Blast, but it hit, and it hit very square in his thin little chest. And for a moment, the shadows faded, and you see this emaciated, rotted ribs, just too many ribs, rows and rows of ribs and skin on bone and protrusions, tumors, goiters. It clears as quick as the blast went off, but it seemed to force itself through the shadows into his chest, causing the bones beneath to break. It didn't break through the skin, though. You saw sort of a liquefaction for a moment.
Oh,
Ew.
yes.
Now, Astris, you saw the same thing, but you were like right there. And you were like,
War, baby.
but he turned his horrified face away from you for a moment to look over at Thea. And right when he did, you took your mace up and smacked him right on the front of his face in a swinging motion.
Let's
Side
just
to
keep making
side.
him look back and forth at us and hitting.
Yeah, a ping pong.
This time, one of the spikes on your mace got into his eye, and you felt it enter. You felt the rupturing, you felt the popping, and you felt the back where it stops, and then he pulled it back out. And it doesn't seem like it broke the surface, but all of the damage is apparent beneath, like a horrible bruise. that just
It felt
seems to
real.
swell.
Gross.
Yeah. And now it's King Floof's turn.
Get it, little buddy.
Yeah.
Take your
I
revenge.
tell you.
Oh, thing. You don't see him, but he's doing something.
Yeah, we'll never see him again with the fog.
His favorite.
That's right. He's really into this. He's like, why don't you have this on all the time? This would be great. All right. The robed figure does not seem to be standing anymore. You didn't think that first hit that Eska did was like it's one shot and killed it, but it might be beneath the fog at the moment. But heat of battle and everything. Astris, you're looking over real quick, and you see the door open just a crack and close a crack.
Oh.
Eska has been hunched over at that door since she got to it. Now, the laughing man, who's scowling, the scowling man, he rears back and screams again. This time doesn't spray the goo everywhere and flies back like a piece of tissue or ribbon being pulled backwards through the air. Flies backward away from Astris, provoking an attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But it
19 plus whatever. 7 bludgeoning damage.
all right.
Nice.
Again, yeah, as it like right when it was about to fly away, you're like, I don't think and you smacked it once in the forehead, causing its scream to stutter for just a moment. But it flies backwards and then flies directly back towards you, Astris, in a charge from the back wall. And it seems to be getting larger as it approaches. Thea, you're seeing it from the side, and you are seeing the Smiler get larger. He's not really flying as you see his legs kind of moving almost like a spider's legs would, and very, very oddly fast.
Gross.
Yeah, but his legs aren't moving fast enough for the speed that it's going. So it gives it a really uncanny look.
Ew. So weird.
This is upsetting in the best way.
Yeah. You look disappointed.
Yeah, well, that was a 1.
Oh.
It clawed with both of its hands at you what seemed to be like 15 feet away as its arms stretched towards you in this downward slash. And you hid behind your shield as both the claws skidded off your armor and your shield and would have raked you from head to toe. And it begins making this gurgling and deep guttural noise. Thea, Astris, you can roll an Arcana.
Oh.
No.
3.
4.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
All right. Yeah, it's a language that you don't know, and you don't know if he's yelling at you or not. You can't really make out anything. It doesn't sound great, though. The door opens again, and Eska slips through, and it slams shut again.
Get it, girl.
Yes, kill him.
All right. That's the end of his turn, and it will be Thea's turn now.
All right. I'm gonna Eldritch Blast his ass again. Is a 12 hit?
No.
Fuck.
Thea, you did notice that since the lights have been obscured and the sound has been canceled, Rox's heart has begun sinking back into his chest. His chest isn't healing up. His heart's going back in, though.
Okay.
He still looks like he's screaming.
Yeah, I would be too.
It's not a pleasant experience.
Yeah, no.
But you know that if you keep holding on to this, that you're overpowering whatever is in this room doing this ritual.
Yes.
Okay. I will hold on.
Yeah. Astris.
So is he back in front of me? Did he like whip back and then come back and stay there?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to stay in position. That way I can use my protection from... It only works within 5 feet, so I just want to keep him focused on me. So I'll hit him again.
All right.
Smack his ass.
And 11 does not hit, so I miss.
Shit.
Did you use your action surge yet?
I did.
Yeah.
All right.
I used it to attempt to light him on fire in the first round.
Right. Silly you.
Yeah. Then I laid hand on him. Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty
That
dope.
really pissed him off.
You both miss.
Yeah.
All right.
Real winners here today.
Level 2, baby.
Okay.
3, technically.
Wait, really? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The smiling man starts smiling again,
Oh, no.
and he finishes what he was saying. And Astris and Thea, you've both realized maybe too late that he was casting a spell. And he begins to laugh with the words that he speaks. I'm going to need dexterity saving throws from both of you.
Okay.
10.
16?
All right. All right. So you guys see beneath the feet of the smiling man, a shadow had been forming, and it's now over the fog and seems to be like this big bubble that is coming up over the smiling man. And you see it ripple and pulse, and little bits of bubbles are kind of bloop, bloop, coming up over him. And it widens and goes over his mouth as it smiles and smiles and gets wider and wider, and his eyes get wider and wider. And then bloop, and the bubble pops. And you are both sprayed with that horrible goo that Astris was sprayed with earlier, and something else that burns. And you take 15 points of damage.
Oof.
If you passed your save, you take half.
Okay. Rounded up or down, is it 6 or 7?
Up.
Okay.
Yeah.
7. All right. My armor of Agathis is shattered.
The smiling man doesn't seem to be there anymore. He blew away the fog to the ends of the room, scattered it, dissipated it all with this explosion. And the shockwave just from that pushed you guys back around a little bit. You actually got knocked back 10 feet. You're still on your feet, but you were knocked back by that explosion. And in the center of the room is a cone right in the floor where the smiler was standing. It's about 3 feet tall. It is smooth, except for the very point at the top. And it has a dark yellow, red, and black swirling color to it. It throbs and looks and feels icky to behold.
Evil lava lamp.
Yeah.
Astris, you are standing there and you see and feel something coming out of your armor, and it's the slime princess. And she crawls over, out and down your leg, and starts making her way over towards this cone on the ground.
You hungry?
All right. Proceed.
She slides over without any hesitation and subsumes this cone, and doesn't look like she's necessarily sinking into it, but more taking on a shape around it. And so she becomes the cone as well around it and starts spinning. It looks like she might be having some sort of battle of wills with it, because there's flashing lights of electricity going into her, and then colors seeping into her and then being pushed back into the cone and further into the ground.
Can I inspire her?
Yeah.
I would like to yell out to her as all of this is going on. Go on, you funky little jelly bean. You eat that fucking cone.
I go chug, 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 chug.
All right. So you inspire her.
Yeah. So she gets a D6. And that's my last one. But this feels important and I want her to win.
Yeah.
Dude. Yeah. She got 26.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. Go girl. Go
Get
Gert.
it, girl.
Go, Gert.
Go, Gert. Get it.
Yeah. It seemed like she was struggling there and seemed almost like she regretted it. Like it was disgusting to touch and like repulsive. Eventually, she seems to clamp down and just overpower, just with her own will or whatever it is they're battling. And
Unhinge that slime jaw, girl.
That's our girl.
yeah, she's just getting in there. And then eventually all of the darkness gets pushed away and out, and it begins to glow through her. A shining, bright pink light that illuminates the room. Like you remember the slime pit you were in last is circular room with all of the slimes around the walls and everything. You remember how it looked, and you realize where you are, what kind of place you're in.
Fucking nest.
It looks like an old one.
Yes.
Oh my god.
The slime princess begins to grow in a cylinder-like column and rises, and with it, this cone, now a diamond, as it is reshaping and recoloring into multifacets, and she reaches the ceiling and it becomes this column, this nimbus of pink light that begins glowing.
I am so proud of her.
Oh.
And you all just pretty much hear a from her.
Fuck yeah, girlie.
Yay. I'm so happy.
Yeah, it seems like she's assimilating with the node here that Francesca had mentioned, a major node along a major cross-section of ley lines.
Oh.
Fuck yeah, you suck that node.
Oh, that's so interesting. This is so strategic.
I love this.
Yeah, we just shifted the color of this node on the map.
Oh, fuck yeah, we sure did.
Yeah.
King Floof is around your feet as everybody's staring at this, and he looks nervous as hell. You see Rox, who had fallen to the floor, rising, sputtering, not quite able to get to his feet, rolling a bit. He's looking around in this now pink room. Do you want to run over and heal him or anything? Or?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Just,
Yes.
all right.
1d8 plus 6. 7, 8, 9, 10. 10.
Okay.
10. Sorry. Numbers, man.
No worries. We're going to say this is all happening at the same time. So the slime went out and started assimilating, and you ran over to heal Rox. Astrus is not looking too good either.
I have 5 hit points.
She has, yeah. She's got
I'm
5.
fine though. I'm standing.
Yeah, she's still up.
Deal with the unwilling open heart surgery.
I have an ace up my sleeve,
Yeah.
and it's a vial of cum. And I will negotiate with that as I will.
You save that, girl.
Well, he, when you place your hand on him and heal him, his chest begins to heal itself, and it's a brutal mess. Thank God for magic, right? And it looks like way more painful healing up than anything, but, you know, since it's magical, it's not painful.
Oh,
Wow.
great.
I
Let's
guess.
magic.
Anyway, that was happening all at once, and King Floof is back, and he runs up and he says, "We need to leave now. We gotta go. We gotta run now. We gotta go." And he's like starting to go and like looking back and starting and going like, "We gotta go. She got caught. We gotta go.
What do you mean she got caught?
She
Let's
got
go.
caught. It's a trap. It's
No.
We're going.
No.
It's a trap."
Let's go. Wait, let's go to Eska, right? Like,
King Floof looks over to both of you, and he's got genuine fear and actual sadness in his eyes. And he said, "We made it through the door, and they were waiting for us. They weren't able to get me. I'm too small. She told me to come for her later and run away."
fuck. I don't want to leave her again.
"We can break her out later."
Fine.
Astrus, I'm sorry.
Let's go.
Rox, baby, get to your feet. We gotta go.
I'll help you help Rox walk so that we can get out of here.
Yeah, the torment of it is the speed in which you must go.
Oh wait, I'm big. I can carry him.
Yeah, he's a pretty big guy too, but you can carry him. He doesn't need fully to be carried. He got healed 10 hit points, and despite having his heart removed, he's magically fine.
He's got
I
more
mean,
Mag-
8 put an inside-out horse back together.
He
so,
has more
magic
HP
does
than
a
I
lot.
do.
Magically cleared to go. You guys begin running out the way you came. The slime is pooling, is starting to create that pool that you saw.
Mm.
And it's like it's putting webs out to the ceiling and the other walls and everything, and it's spreading. And it has 2 of its tendrils on the door frame across the other side where Eska went, and it had been sliding its slimy goo into that door frame as well.
What if they hurt her? Gogurt!
Yeah, I'm afraid for everybody that we're leaving behind. This sucks.
Gogurt, you make them your horny fucking slaves, Gogurt!
Yeah, you rescue
You hear
her.
me? I want to see a harem when we get back here!
Yeah, she's gonna fucking rescue herself. This is gonna be great.
You guys fed her a lot of cum. A lot of good, the highest quality you could imagine.
She ate better than we did.
I mean, you didn't feed her any like great worm red dragon cum or anything, but you gave her the
What
finest minotaur you can get your hands on.
Yeah.
Potent.
It's funny.
Yeah, it seems like she's taking over the room as you are leaving. Seems like she's waiting for you to close the door before she does the same to this one.
Oh, she's so hot.
Love you, Gogurt.
Yeah. You get one of the spindles kind of falls off the door frame and swings around and smacks Thea on the butt cheek right when she saw, "Love you, Gogurt." And as you leave, you see kind of a twinkle from the diamond in the center of the column, like a little wink.
Oh,
She's gonna be okay.
I mean, she seems pretty big now. All of a sudden, she got very powerful very quickly and very large
That's her
very
baby.
very quickly, and that's a very large magic node. You didn't get into a fight with the other slime princess, but it didn't seem safe to fight her, right?
yeah. We were told it was dangerous as well to
Yeah.
be carrying her around, so I kind of liked it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's the most dangerous place to be in, is in the hive.
All right.
Yeah,
Nice.
or where the queen
that's
is.
our
Anyway.
girl.
Yeah. So after hearing that there was a trap and the odds were too great on the other side of the door, decided to leave and escape with Rox back into the catacombs. Rox is not doing great, but seems to be doing actually a little bit better than Astrus, all things told.
Got Astrus on the other side of me.
Astrus doesn't realize this, but she is a bit worse off than Rox is
I'm
right now.
trying to help.
Magically.
I got you.
Yeah,
I smell
Fine.
really bad.
Lean on
Fine.
me.
yeah, awful. Like, there's so much awful stuff about that last fight.
Yeah, it was rough.
And Rox leads you, wheezing, into the catacombs, this time down an area you didn't go down last. And I think I'll end it there.
Woof.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Oh my god.
Wow. Okay. That was a scary fight. And this is not the redhead I thought we'd be leaving with. Yay, Rox! But Francesca, no! Well, damn, y'all. Subscribe to the podcast to see what happens next. Hopefully a jailbreak. And be sure to follow our Instagram account, Stupid Sexy D&D Podcast, for episode updates, memes, monster manual smasher pass, and more. Thank you to all of our listeners. We love you, and we'll see you in the next episode.